Giuseppe Favali and the experienced Clarence Seedorf leading out AC Milan here. It's the round 34. AC Milan 2, Reggina 1. They were up 2-0, but Edgar Barreto pegging one back after 2 penalty strikes from Kaká, and still some unfinished business here in the second half.
Gets us underway, and it is Milan playing from left to right. Let's start the game with Pirlo playing the ball out to Seedorf, who tries to skip his way down the flank, and over goes Barreto, and he looks in a lot of distress there. The goal scorer holding the inside of his knee, and needs some treatment now. Meant to make the challenge, then I'll say it again. I think just buckles over there. There was no contact. Seedorf turned inside him. Let's just see that again. Oh, maybe it was just knee to knee, and that does hurt. You get an electric shock going up your leg when that happens. Clarence Seedorf didn't feel anything, and Barreto took the brunt of it. He's still down. And, so, the first half really yet to get underway. And almost from the kick-off that incident happened. There, we'll see it again from this angle. Seedorf turned and caught Barreto on his left knee there. And Paraguayan. 23, still receiving treatment. He's right over by the touchline. Mr. Farina is now coming over and asking if he can be removed from the pitch, but it's worrying for coach Orlandi. Barreto, of course, scored that stunning goal in the first half and has been playing very well. So just a dead leg, and he'll be able to continue. Now it's Milan with possession. Favali into Kaká, back to Gattuso, sweeps the ball out wide to Marcus Cafu, and field to Pirlo. Pirlo lets it roll to Gattuso, and then Barocchi with the header, the flick on, and then Pirlo the header forward, but Reggina stand firm on the edge of their area. Kaká comes deep, runs into Kotza, and Biliani with time. Puts the ball out, and I think it'll be an opportunity for a change. Miseroli comes on. Simone Miseroli plays in the midfield, just 21. As Barreto will not be making any further contribution to this game, and that's a big blow for Reggina, but Miseroli plays in that centre midfield as well. He's a tall, rangy player, very good on the ball. So it doesn't change Reggina's tactics that much. There's Pirlo out wide, Cafu, and Cafu challenge there on Aronica. Aronica went over, and referee gives a throw into Milan as Brocchi. Back to Cafu. Can't get down the flank. Gnozzi comes across, and Barreto, if he goes on the stretcher. Brocchi does well. Good ball played in the middle, and acrobatic header there from Filippo Inzaghi, but again, no real power on it or direction. Got away from his marker. Campagnoli clears the ball long, and Reggina come forward, and Favali should be first to this. Allows the ball to roll out ahead of Miliani. Cafu, hard to believe he'll be 38 in June, still full of running. And Brocchi getting in the way of Kaká there. So that attack breaks down. Modesto, space to run into. Gives the ball back to Amoruso. No one ahead of him. Ferenc had made the run, but first touch for Miseroli. And Cirillo knocks the ball in, takes a deflection, and then Pirlo comes away. Looks up for movement ahead. Flips the ball out wide, but too much on it there for Clarence Seedorf and Ricky Kaká, and will be a throw in to Reggina. Modesto. And knocked back again to Gnozzi. Out wide. Miani trying to take on Favalli again. No change out of Favalli. Miseroli. Gnozzi. Barenza, we haven't seen much of Barenza. Modesto, there he is now, Barenza. Brocchi back covering and doing well. What a corner kick to Reggina. And really they want to get Franco Barenza into the game more. That's a good run, and Brocchi tracked back well and made the challenge. So the corner taken from the left, curled into the near post, and a header there right in front of the goal. Miganani got in front of his markers, and really it was too clean of a header. He flipped it there, misdirected and misheader, probably would have gone in. It's a poor clearance by Kalitz. They knocked on the line, and this occasion Hotza unable to control it, and be a throw into Milan. Monica getting across there, and then Hotza challenging Cafu. Cafu not waiting for Hotza, and continues play, and the right thing to do. Another throw to Milan across the halfway line. Brocchi back in. Pirlo, one touch, and immediately sweeps the ball out to the left, drops down for Valli, instant control, and then we're into Kaká now, edge of the area. Can he turn inside? He does so, gets away from two challenges. Can he finish? Just overdid it a little bit too much there. Ricky Kaká, a chance to get the shot away. He turned back inside. Valdez got away from Cirillo, and really there he needed to shoot with his left foot, and just allowed the defence to close him out in the end. But a good strong run. It was Gnozzi back helping out. Favalli checks back, keeps possession, checks ball forward. Seedorf, and headed out, and be a throw into Milan. Taken quickly again. Kaká, wonderful back reverse pass to Favalli. Favalli knocks the ball back to the edge of the area there, and players are streaming for it in the centre. There's his missed control there from Favalli, and he's well out of position. Gattuso misses his challenge, and suddenly Reggina can break into the box, and good defending by Cafu, and in the end it's a goal kick to Milan. Inzaghi had made the run to the near post. Kaká as well. Brocchi was there, and the ball was turned back looking for Seedorf. Meanwhile at the other end, Cafu getting across and dispossessing Amoruso. But this game's still on a knife edge. I wonder Carlo Ancelotti's off his seat again. Still just 2-1 to Milan. As I said before, they've really got to win this match to keep their hopes alive of getting fourth place in the Champions League for next season. Hard to believe that last year's winners of the Champions League won't be taking part next season they failed to get into fourth spot, eliminated from the competition this season as Inzaghi turns in the edge of the area and not really getting any power or direction. The feet this time was on his weaker left foot, trying to curl the ball into the far corner, but was well covered. Knocked out by Arsenal in the last 16. Good ball forward. Inzaghi and Valdez getting back. This ball out for a throw in. And as we stand, coming into this game, they're 7 points behind Fiorentina. It's a header by Inzaghi, but foul being committed. Victory today, of course, would take them to 4 points behind Fiorentina with 4 games remaining, possible 12 points. And we've got to hope that Fiorentina do slip up, really. In those last 4 games, Milan are away to Livorno next week, which isn't a happy hunting ground for the Rossoneri. Then the big match, the derby, do or die. And it's Gattuso showing that derby spirit already, keeping the ball in. It's a good round of applause. And that is Rino Gattuso's game. We haven't seen much of it. But competitive style this afternoon, but that's good ball in now. Kaká in the edge area, and he goes down again. Is that a third penalty? Referee on this occasion decides not. And again, Kaká just took a little bit too long there instead of getting a shot away. And suddenly Reggina on the break, but Kotza unable to gather that ball into the middle, and Milan have it. It's tricky running for Milan as well. As I said, the derby. There's a great reverse pass by Kaká, but just too far ahead of Seedorf. Seedorf sliding, trying to keep the ball in. After the derby, it's away to Napoli, and then home to Udinese. So if they're going to make the Champions League, they're going to do it the hard way. There's Kaká incident again, but Nozzi got a clean touch on the ball. Played over the top, should be keepers. Carlo coming out, gathering ahead of Inzaghi after a chip ball by Pirlo. Zaroli to Modesta. Modesta in field looking for Kotza. Modesta did very well to keep that ball in. Down the line, Cafu coming forward, winning it, and off he goes on one of his runs down the wing. Ball played over the top for Inzaghi, and I think Inzaghi may have been in an offside position. The ball was played, and he was indeed. Valdez out wide. Vianney in field. Zaroli turns away and is held by Kaká, wins the free kick. There's Pato warming up. Stadium, you see this youngster on, 18-year-old. 7 goals from 14 appearances. Great return. And it's taken into account the injuries as well. Twisted his ankle, kept him out for nearly 3 weeks. And a recent muscle strain which has puzzled the medical staff at Milan. Kept him out as well for the last 2 games, but I'd expect to see him on this afternoon as Inzaghi almost got in front of Campagnolo and forced the goalkeeper to just clear the ball into touch. Kaká again. Gattuso. Pirlo looks up. This ball wide. Cafu into Brocchi on the edge of the area. Brocchi almost got his cross into the middle, but Nozzi's there. Plays the ball up the line. And Modesto. And Ronica. Reggina taking her time to clear their lines. And Nesta hoists it back over the top again. Veronica with a forward header, and Amoruso's tackled by Gattuso, but it will be a throw into Reggina. Zeruli, Valdez. Maruzo is spaced, will the turn, plays the ball wide. Viviani into the near post, and Calat's coming out, gathering well. Maybe offside there, Maruzo coming back from the position there. But at the other end, it's Kaká again. Here he is against Valdez, skips past Valdez, slips there at the final moment and can't get the ball into the middle. Valdez stuck to his task very well there, remained close to Kaká, but Kaká lost his footing before he could deliver the ball into the middle. Lorenza, ball wide. Miani coming outside for Valli, and again Calat's coming out and gathers with ease and gives the ball to Cafu. Seedorf for Valli through the middle. Valdez wins it. Then gets ahead of Kaká and Modesta to the halfway line. Notzi and Kopsa. Cirillo leaves the ball as Amaruzo goes looking for it. And Mazzaroli loses possession to Pirlo, who's had a very good game through the midfield. There Pirlo this afternoon. Gattuso has got Pirlo in support again. Pirlo tries shot from range, he does indeed, and wonderful save by Campagnolo. That ball was swerving in the air. We've seen some cracking drives this afternoon. Here's another one. One touch from Pirlo, looked up. That ball was bending and twisting in the air, and let's see, better from behind the goal. There it is, twirling away in the end. Campagnolo stuck out his left hand, parried it over the crossbar. Pirlo to the near post. Diving header by Inzaghi. And just wide there. Or a play by Filippo Inzaghi. Good power on the header. In front of his marker. Gattuso hence bolts on. What's up? Mazzaroli. Modesto. Chip forward. Maruzo. It's driven forward there by Modesto. And as far as Gattuso. And Pirlo. Moves the ball into Kaká. Lovely flick up by Kaká. Inzaghi's in here. Can he finish? Goes down under a challenge once the referee's decided. Ball's still not cleared. Veronica heads it away. Gattuso goes in. He doesn't win it either. Referee says play on, but wonderful play by Kaká. Almost getting Inzaghi through there. And no luck for Inzaghi this afternoon. There's plenty of problems, and Amaruzo there. Coming into Cirillo. Mazzaroli. Nozzi. Lorenza lets the ball run, and Kaladze had to get across there, but he's given the ball away to Modesto. Barocchi faces Modesto. Played to the area, it's knocked back across, and in the end Kaladze had to get across there and just hack the ball out for a corner kick. Panic in that Milan defence. And Georgian doing his job, but it's a corner kick to Reggina. Suddenly Milan backline looking very shaky. Ball's right in the middle, but Kalatz grabs and a long throw, but over the top of Kaká, and Reggina have possession again. It's Modesto in field. Nozzi and Cirillo. Mazzaroli. Swung out wide. Modesto finding more space coming forward. And Leicester on that occasion, and almost a handball there by Favali. Ball's chipped into the middle, and Kotza was there, and Berenza behind him, and Kotza went for the ball he wanted. Berenza had given the call, he would have left it as well, and it certainly came off his shoulder in the end, and Berenza was in the position to put that ball in the back of the net. And once again, Milan being their own worst enemies in the defence. It's at the other end, Inzaghi going down inside the penalty area. It was a wonderful flick by Kaká into the path of Inzaghi. And his Campagnolo just got a foot to the ball. Cirulo over the top. Kaladze gets there, knocks the ball forward. Over the top of Seedorf, and suddenly Kaká's on the sprint again against Valdez. And Valdez just does enough to put the ball out for a corner kick. Good pace by both players. Valdez stretching there, and it's just the sole of his foot. He's able to put that ball out. And it's going to be Seedorf. It's a corner kick. Gattuso comes short. It's a return ball. Seedorf from Gattuso, and then wastes the second ball into the middle. Home fans showing their disgust at that cross there by Clarence Seedorf. And it worked that corner well, that Gattuso raced over for a short ball, and in the end, delivery and letting Seedorf down. But Milan just seeming a bit edgy at the moment. They want to keep possession, play the game at their own tempo. Pirlo on the ball. Swings it wide. Seedorf, instant control. He's got Kaká inside him. Kaká goes outside him. Seedorf to the edge of the area. Gattuso sets it up for Pirlo. Pirlo lets it run, but Brocchi forced wide. He's got time. Get the ball in the middle. He does. Hit it away. On his first Kaká. Can he drive the ball in? He does. Wonderful finish. Hat trick from Ricky Kaká. Gives Milan the breathing space they needed, and it's relief around the San Siro. And it's a World and European Footballer of the Year who finds the back of the net and drives Milan forward. 3-1 to the good. Is that enough? 3 valuable points. And the chase for the Champions League place is still on. It's flicked away by Miseroli, and wonderful finish by Kaká. Bent it away from Campagnolo. Took the ball down, knew what he wanted to do, and it with the instep right into the corner of the net. Good ball in by Brocchi. Was helped by the defender's flick away, and there Kaká, hat-trick hero. Wonderful play by Ricky Kaká, and off comes Valdez, who's been marking Kaká and having a bit of a torrid time. And for Milan, it's Clarence Seedorf who's making way. And Alessandro Pato is on. Big cheer for Pato. And it's 2 up front. Inzaghi, you would have thought, may have been the man to make way, but it's Clarence Seedorf who's had a good game. Pato will go out on that left hand side, but will push further forward. And Kaká asked maybe to drop back a little bit. And here's Gattuso bursting forward, and it's a poor ball by Gattuso. All he had to do is roll it into the path of Inzaghi, and Inzaghi knows that. He was straight through there. Not the Gattuso's strength really passing. Reggina, and they try to get back into this game. Amoruso had space, but didn't really use it. Modesto checks back inside Cafu and is fouled. And Cafu all smiles there, but Mr. Farina wasn't. Just having a word there with with Cafu. He felt that Modesto went down too easily. Never too old to be booked in this game. Mr. Cafu will just have to watch out, but this is a free kick which Kotze takes, curls it into the near post, but Palats gets across as you'd expect any keeper to do at the near post. Actually not beaten there of all places. Modesto again, moves the ball in and the header comes in, and Fiorenza, downward header. He felt that maybe Kaladze had handled the ball, but referee said no. Milan defence felt that their keeper Kaladze should have come off the line quicker. Sagi stumbles over, wins a free kick. Just that ball played in again. Definitely looked like a handball there from Kaladze. His hand was well out in front of his body. Yeah. Fiorenza got the header on it, but was blocked by Kaladze's hand. Did not see with a challenge there on Kaká, and in the end, Reggina gives the ball away. They're looking a little bit laboured now, Reggina. Pirlo forward, Brocchi trying to flick the ball on. Oronica stepped in. Modesta, and Oronica gives the ball away. Inzaghi has to slide in and win it back there. And Reggina capable of getting the ball out of their own third of their half. Here they are coming across the halfway line. And Miganani, a good run, but Cafu is there to cut out the danger, and Brocchi head down, chasing away. It's caught late. Inzaghi comes forward, looks for support, gets it from Cafu. Pato just takes his time to Pirlo, and the ball goes out wide again. Cafu to Pirlo, Pirlo now with space now to have a shot into Pato. Pato drives it against the post. Inzaghi scores on the rebound. He'll run over to Pato to thank Alexandro Pato, but Inzaghi's got his goal, and thoroughly deserved this afternoon. Milan now 4-1 to the good, and Reggina starting to fall apart. It's a good move there from the Rossoneri. Pirlo picked out Pato, took it in his stride on the left foot, off the post, and there he is, the poacher king. Following up, it was a save in the end by Campagnolo's foot, but couldn't do anything with the rebound. There was Inzaghi stepping in, and how many times have we seen that? And Filippo Inzaghi now on 6 goals from 17 matches. That's a better return considering that he's been out injured for most of the season and he's had to spend time on the bench as well, but he had said in a recent press conference that he felt he was running into form. He felt in full fitness, and just when he's needed. And Milan now should have this game all sewn up. Will take them to 55 points. As I said, 4 behind Fiorentina or on 59 for that 4th spot in the final Champions League position. It's Alvarez who is on, Pablo Alvarez. He came on for Valdez as Kotze tries a shot. Another Uruguayan, just 23 in his first season with the club. Mazzaroli out wide. Modesto trying to knock the ball infield, doesn't come off. Cafu's there. down the line into Kaká, and space out wide for Pato. Pato chance to run at the defence. Into the edge area, chips the ball in. Here's Inzaghi, couldn't get the clean clearance, but a clean shot, but Pato almost got onto the rebound. A wry smile there from Filippo Inzaghi. Marcus Cafu was behind him, but Pato finding space down that left, knocking the ball in, and Inzaghi's shot almost turned into a pass. There's a man there who would love to be on, you feel. Alberto Gilardino, who's really been sidelined here at Milan. Now Marcus Cafu's had a good game, and Dario Simic will come on in right back position for the last 10-11 minutes, but as I said, 37-38 in June, still full of running. Zeroli edge the area, and poor shot there from the midfielder Simone Zeroli, always rising. And so for Mr. Orlandi, the Reggina coach, he'll have to look ahead now to the final 4 games, and what final 4 games for Reggina. Next week they're at home to Parma, and their home form has been good. Reggina are a different proposition, their own stadium. Then they're away to Catania, home to Empoli, and away to Cagliari. So basically it's a league within a league. It's a relegation battle, the final 4 games for Reggina, and each of them against the teams who are down there struggling with them. So nothing lost today for the visitors in terms of the position. It's still in their own hands. If they can win their matches against the other sides who are down there, they have a good chance of staying up, and another great escape as it is this afternoon. It's Pride now they're playing for, and there'll be a consolation goal as Kaká commits the foul. Gnozzi, it's all smiles from Ricky Kaká, hat-trick hero. Another goal, of course, coming from Filippo Inzaghi. And there, what happened was Kaladze and Berenza clashing on the edge of the area. Berenza going down. Let's just see that again. And really, both players just colliding with each other. It was more the earlier incident where Kaladze used his hand to block a header from Berenza. That will be the talking point for Reggina. Brocchi over the top. Cirillo's there, and Inzaghi just caught offside. He can smile about it now. Very close decision there. Berenza into Hotza Amoruso. Hotza again, closed down. Pirlo loses out. Berenza can't get away from Nesta. Close to the halfway line. Ronica comes forward. Hotza as well. Get away from Gattuso, but again he's blocked this time by Kaladze. Alaves. Viviani trying to play the 1-2 with Amoruso, but Alaves has it. He drives it in. It's his own man. Hotza chips the ball to the back post. And play on, says the referee. And Milan players are looking across there for the offside decision. And the flag eventually raised. And that's definitely, Amoruso is definitely in an offside position there. He chased after the ball. Off comes Gattuso, and he gives the captain's armband to Kaladze. It's a big moment for Kaladze, taking the captain's armband there. And Jan Korkuf come on for Rino Gattuso, and big round of applause for Gattuso. Ever competitive, and he returns the favour with his own applause for the fans. And Korkuf comes into the fray for the last 6 or 7 minutes. Appearances this season, only 2 as a starter and 1 goal, which came at Sampdoria. Good day's work for Rino Gattuso. Pleased with his performance. Alaves knocking the ball on, the chase is on. Miani runs into Favali. Palazzi back there as well. Some defending for Milan to do. Lorenza trying to skip his way past a couple of challenges, but Brocchi dispossesses him, and Korkuf to Pato. Pato from deep. Moves the ball wide for Inzaghi. Inzaghi gets away from one challenge, but knocks the ball too far ahead of him, and Campanula throws the ball out to Aronica. Aronica again. Turns, looks for support. Amoruso. Amoruso over the top. Nesta there. Aronica heads the ball forward again. Kotza, little back heel. It's outfoxing Amoruso as well. And Kaladze was quickest to react. Throw into Milan. In the meantime, Modesto comes off, and Costa is on for his 6th appearance of the season. And Orlandi just taking off his regulars now. His final few minutes. Pato drives the ball out to Brocchi. Korkuf knocks the ball wide and forces Kaká to sprint for it, but he gets it. Then a return back to Korkuf. Skips away from one challenge, and in the end, Cirillo hacks the ball away. A few words between the two there. And it's Pirlo. Nesta, been impressive. Nesta, Pirlo, another wonderful ball. Favali into the near post. Cirillo with a back heel away. And falls kindly to Lorenza. Kotza, it's 4 against 3. Lorenza stumbles on the ball. Back to Kotza, but Kotza can't reach it. It's ball back. Costa now into the near post. And that's that man Nesta with the clearance. Ziroli challenged in the end by Favali. There will be a throw into Reggina. So overall, Milan can be happy with this display. Will it be enough? They've got to do it again. Next week at Livorno, they've got to pick up another 3 points, and then they've got to win the derby. It's really all could come down to that match, because then after that there's only 2 games remaining. So excitement right to the end of the Serie A season. At both ends of the table as well. Nothing has been decided in the relegation zone. Kaladze steps in, Pirlo defends the ball and stumbles and is back fouled by Tognozzi. That'll be a free kick which Milan have taken quickly. Kuf. Space to come forward. Pato's going ahead of him, but he decides to go back as Milan keep possession. Carlo, if you wanted a player to keep possession in your team, it was Pirlo. And Brocchi tries to drive, and his effort just clears the crossbar. Always curling away. Those Milan fans have certainly enjoyed themselves this afternoon. 4 goals, 3 from Ricky Kaká, 1 from Filippo Inzaghi, and there's Edgar Barreto scored for Reggina, bring the score back to 2-1. Pato just can't keep that ball in. Lorenzo. Nozzi. Miseroli. They've been playing at a walking pace now. Milan's just sitting back defending. Nozzi's in space, so he can try a shot. Just didn't fancy it. Costa tries to curl the ball in. It drops down the edge of the area. Amoruso twists and turns, runs into Nesta. Palazzi tidies up, and Kalatz clears to the halfway line. Cirillo. And it's back with Campagnolo in the Reggina goal. So they have to start from deep again. Veronica. And ball over the top. Favali's there. Pato tried to keep the ball in with his head, but there's another throw into Reggina. Miseroli sweeps the ball out wide. Costa the track back, gets it. And field again. Nozzi. Costa volleys the ball across the face of the goal. Once again, Nesta's there with the clearance. Miseroli over the top. And Fiorenza just couldn't take the ball down. And wins the corner kick instead. And will be Fiorenza with it. Rolls the ball in. Kalatz comes out. Parries it down. Koku's there. And another substitute, Pato, comes away again. Goes back with Pato again. Rocky. Curves it in, what a header! And it's Pato! Makes it 5-1. Wonderful finish there by the youngster for his 8th goal of the season. And nothing Campagnolo could do about that. And I feel a bit sorry for the goalkeeper. He's had a good game, but well beaten. There was a measured build-up by Milan, and everyone's getting involved now, and that's going to do their confidence a world of good. And Alexander Pato heads the ball into the back of the net. It came Kuf, the other substitute. Great ball played in, and bullet-like header. Excellent finish there from the young Brazilian. Timed his run to perfection. Nothing Campagnolo could do about that. It's Milan 5, Reggina 1. They're up very well. And a good firm header. It's all very relaxed faces in the stands now. Well, they have been for some time, but that's really the icing on the cake. A Pato goal for Reggina. It is a bit of a hiding this afternoon. They've got to pick themselves up for the battles ahead. As I say, they're a different proposition at home. They've got 2 games at home, 2 away. Same for Milan, 2 at home, 2 away. And there goes the final whistle here at the San Siro, and a thoroughly entertaining encounter. And Milan running out 5-1 winners in the end. Hat-trick from Ricky Kaká, 2 penalties in the first half.
A decisive performance here for Carlo Ancelotti, and a much-needed 3 points. They cut the gap between themselves and Fiorentina to just 4 and keep their Champions League hopes alive. It's Milan 5, Reggina 1. We're back with the recap after the break.